Hey, it's your boy Chongo coming at you with another video. This one is Cat Williams' thoughts on the Illuminati and Epstein. Alright, so the last couple of days, it's kind of turned into the Norm Macdonald's channel. So if you're a Norm Macdonald's fan, go ahead and check those out. But fucking Epstein, or I'm sorry, Cat Williams and Joe Rogan, I had to stop what I was doing and watch it. Or at least these clips, right? I still need to go watch the whole podcast. You know, everybody knows I'm a Rogan fan, so I definitely need to go watch that. Yeah, let's get right into it. I'm excited. Let's go.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
This is why those one world people exist, because it's a very powerful concept to have and far too lucrative and beneficial to not be attempted.
Yeah, I mean, if I was going to run some global power organization, I would try to co-opt every single leader, try to suck them in, offer support, bring them out to wherever the fuck I have my big-ass meetings, fly everybody in private jets, talk about the climate crisis.
All organizations have to follow the same rules.
Yeah, that's wild.
Recruitment is an important facet of all. Like,
we have to get some young global leaders.
well, understand, this is the only reason that we can talk about these big Illuminati-like entities at this period of time. It's just because of time. Like, they aged out. Like, you can't get in new, so everybody got decrepit over there, and they can't exchange really through this period of history. And so that's how we ended up with the Bob Lazars and everything. Throughout history, you could really, it was much easier to get people to not tell nobody.
Right.
As part of your
Okay.
job. You know what I mean?
Imagine going to a World Economic Forum party. What did those freaks do when all the listening devices have been scanned out of the room? All their phones have been put into bags and locked away in a lead vault. What do those freaks do? Because you know it's not normal shit. You know everybody's buttoned down like that and wants to control the world. There's something involved that's outlandish that they keep a secret. That's always been the case with secret societies. I mean, that's the whole Eyes Wide Shut thing. That there's some freak shit going on behind the scenes to anybody that really wants to control everything. You don't just want to control everything. You want to control everything so you can get away with some freak shit, too.
Right. I'm saying, but these Epstein-like characters have existed throughout history. Whether they were kings or what, human beings are human beings universally. So everybody is a supplier. Epstein, Weinstein, like, these guys knew what these extremists liked.
That's
and
insane.
Provided it. Mm-hmm. And provided the way for you to to have $1 billion and not
share it with Chongo. Those guys are
a fantasy island type environment has not existed throughout history.
Right.
All right, so that was a little short, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do another clip. I hope you guys don't mind, because yeah, it's fucking, yeah, I'm gonna have to do something. Let's keep this going, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let me get to the next one. I know some of you are probably gonna drop off, but
The Joe Rogan Experience.
let's check this out.
The real speculation is they think that the people who built the pyramids built them way earlier than the conventional dating is. They think there's real evidence that shows they're 9,000, 11,000 years old. Easy.
No people built the pyramids.
No people?
No.
Who built them?
No people built the pyramids. And if you look around the world, you see certain telltale things that let you know that advanced machinery was in usage. Look, this
sure.
whole thing where slaves are stronger people is a fallacy. We like to believe that slaves are stronger. Slaves are weaker because they don't eat the right food and they live a terrible life. Your slave population is not smarter and better condition unless you're enslaving the Jews.
The pyramid. They stopped thinking that quite a while ago. They think it was actually skilled labor because of the way they were eating. They found what their camps were, where their food was. They ate like very good food. So they think they were actually skilled labor, but also probably forced skilled labor. But that's probably not the people who built it. That's probably the people that were working on it. That's probably the people that worked in the village or in the city.
How many companies have done renovations on the White House? None of them have done enough renovation that they can claim it's their White House. So, yes, thousands of years worth of people were there. But that doesn't have anything to do with the building of it.
Who do you think built it?
Well, understand, we know enough now to understand that this was a complex. This was not...
Right.
We've been led to believe that this is how much they worshipped their dead bodies.
Right.
But the evidence doesn't show any of that.
No, it doesn't.
Like when you see inside, when they have those intricate carvings and paintings and stuff in gold and stuff, you have to remember this is in a windowless room, folks. There's no candle soot. There's no... It's clearly a power plant and built specifically for that location on this planet. For
what do you think it was powered
usage.
by?
The hot water springs underneath it.
So it was powered by the hot water springs? And to what end? How do you know all this, first of all? Is this marijuana talk?
I don't think so. This is
where did you read this?
Stoner talk.
if you follow information about humankind, you find out that in all parts of history, people were coming to this region for their information and their knowledge and their things that were forbidden, and these were not these were the highest of human civilization. Here.
Not even comparable to anyone else.
No.
Nor since. Nor
now
since.
or
Nor since.
Right.
The Great Pyramid of Giza is insane.
Right. Like
it's insane.
Like even Tesla says that this is where he came to get the information. But if you follow that information pathway, it leads you to this character called Thoth, right? And the emerald tablets of Thoth are literally mind-changing and mind-blowing, just because you understand when this was written and the terminology being used is
when was it written?
Far too accurate for now. So I'm sure that
here it is. Emerald tablet, also known as the Smaragdine tablet, or the Tabula Smaragdina. Boy, I fucked that up. It's
Hermes
compact and
Trismegistus.
A cryptic Hermetic text. It was highly regarded by Islamic and European alchemists as the foundation of their art. Though attributed to the legendary Hellenistic figure Hermes Trismegistus. How do you say it, bro?
Trismegistus.
Trismegistus.
Yeah.
The text of the Emerald Tablet first appears in a number of early medieval Arabic sources, the oldest of which dates to the late 8th or early 9th century. It was translated into Latin several times in the 12th and 13th centuries. Numerous interpretations and commentaries followed. So what does it say, though? The Egyptian god Thoth. Okay, it says, beginning in the 2nd century BC onwards, Greek texts attributed to Hermes a syncretic combination of Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth appeared in Greco-Roman Egypt. Those texts known as the Hermetica are heterogeneous
This is
collection
going
of
way
works
over Chongo's head.
that in the modern day era are commonly subdivided into two groups: the technical Hermetica, comprising
I don't
of
know what's going
astrological,
on here.
medico-botanical, alchemical, and magical writings, and the religio-philosophical Hermetica, comprising of mystical philosophical writings. Holy shit.
Is this weed talk, Joseph?
No, this is so legit.
Joseph.
So legit, my man.
So this dude was probably an alien.
Dude, first of all, there are no probablys.
Yeah.
That's the benefit once you hear it or read it, is the fact that it's given in first person, and that's not possible. The things that are being said are impossible. Enough time has passed, though, that it's not like that. But
I'm going to read that.
he literally says, hey, there's a spaceship on Earth, and this is where it is. Because if all you care about is information, right? Like, that's what you start to see is when you get to everybody's civilization, Asian, Indian, African, when you get to the crux of their information, nobody's disagreeing with anybody.
Right. If you figured out how the fuck they did it, if there was any logical explanation that people could have done it, I would be on board. I'd be like, well, okay.
But there aren't any people saying that.
Human beings it's possible if you had enough power and you had enough engineering and mathematics that you could figure out how to design and construct the pyramid.
Yes.
But then the logistical problem of getting the stones from hundreds of miles away, massive, several ton, up to 80-ton stones.
Joe.
That's crazy.
If you
500 miles away, some of them.
Even if you could do it, let me ask you this. Would you build it on sand?
I don't think it was originally sand. See, that's the thing.
Right. This was a fertile
Yeah.
valley.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Right.
The
That's-
Nile Valley.
That
was the reason
they
why
had
they chose
electric
it.
and Wi-Fi, and they had all of that.
They probably did. And that's probably where the Younger Dryas impact theory comes in.
The greatest trick is to make us believe that people back then were dumber and we're
Right.
smarter.
Right.
And that whole thing is a fallacy.
Yeah, that's
And
definitely not real.
But it's worth it for us to believe that.
I think we are the children of the survivors of some great catastrophe. And I think that's why every single
Not
ancient
everybody.
biblical scholar. What?
I highly doubt back in the day there was people on pyramids with Apple Vision Pros. No way were they rocking Apple Watches and shit. Fucking AirPods. You know? I mean, I get what they're coming from. Maybe like that wasn't the direction they went in. Instead of wireless technology, they had some other weird technology we don't have now, right? I guess that's what they're probably saying, but I find it hard to believe that a bazillion years ago they were smarter than us. Elon Musk didn't live back then. Like, what kind of fucking scholars did they have back then, right? Fucking so the Cliff Note version of what they're saying is that in that writing or whatever, that some fucking alien something came down. That's what I gathered. I don't know. When he was reading that shit, maybe it's the way he was reading it, I just could not gather. My bad. Your boy Chongo isn't. I mean, even though I got a big ass head, I don't know that it's filled with brain matter. Just put it that way, right? Anyways, let's carry on.
Not everybody. Some people
What do you mean?
are that.
Some people are the survivors?
Right.
Well, I mean, most human beings probably got wiped out in comet storms. And I think we probably got... There's been points in history that they know of where human beings got down to like 7,000 people.
Who's counting them?
I think they use genetics and they backtrace and they try to find individuals that were capable of having X amount of children. I wonder how they do the calculations. It's a good question.
The things in
I'm
Hollywood
just guessing, honestly.
and in writing that have attracted our attention worldwide were all based on some truth. So all the stories of hobbits have been successful in all of their genres. Why? Because they existed. Like we now know that there were whole pygmy groups, and that we understand that that's what the Seven Dwarves was.
Yeah. Like that island of Flores, man, that they found. They literally call it a hobbit. It was like a 3-foot tall person that was covered in hair, smaller head than us, used tools.
As a preteen, I knew that Atlantis really existed.
Now he's getting
Just
wild
because
with this
of how
shit.
it's spoken of offhandedly
Just that it was
in
known to
early
exist.
writings.
Yeah.
Fucking Little Mermaid.
Well, not just mentioned, but mentioned offhandedly, like you would a place that's just a landmark.
Right. We landed in New York before we went to Montreal. Yeah.
We were in Austin,
Yeah.
by Dallas.
Right. Exactly.
You know, I sit here and laugh about this, right? But some of the fucking alien spaceships that have been confirmed by the fucking Pentagon have been like going into the water. Like they see some fucking fast flying shit that goes into the water. If you guys haven't checked that out, check it out. But there's footage of it. Literally footage of it going into the water, into the ocean. The fuck does that mean? Maybe there was an Atlantis, or maybe there still is. And maybe they are smarter than those. They're making spacecrafts. And they're flying all over. Maybe they're not aliens. They're here from Earth. That's fucking wild. And if it's not aliens and it's not Atlantis, that's almost as scary. Because if that's not American technology, then what the fuck is it? If China has some shit like that, we need to be careful. If the Russians have some shit like that, like, we need to watch out, right? So if they got some spacecraft that can go in and out of the ocean, that means they got some high-tech shit, right? So is that scarier, or the fact that there's aliens, is that scarier? Either way, we're fucked. There's shit going in the ocean and nothing we can do about it, right? Fucking Little Mermaids on there fucking creating spaceships and shit. Fucking wild shit. That footage came out like within the last year. They're just now finding out some fucking weird, crazy shit. Anyways, let's carry on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the guy that thinks that they found the spot in Africa? What is that the ring called? That Jimmy Corsetti is he's on this. This dude is an expert in this shit. And he's an expert in ancient catastrophes and the remnants and the evidence that shows that these civilizations existed and something happened. And he's focused on this one area in Africa that he believes is Atlantis. And he says it has all the hallmark characteristics, and there's all the evidence of massive water erosion surrounding the area. And that at one point in time,
I like
it's
how they have a
very
fog
likely
machine.
that this area got hit with a massive flood, and it matches all the characteristics of Atlantis. When you see it, when you see the way the concentric circles of rings, like try explaining this. Like, you're going to see it. And try explaining this through a natural phenomenon that doesn't exist anywhere around it.
Right.
Concentric circles that is near what used to be water, and there's heavy water erosion marks all around it that indicate massive amounts of quick-flowing water in a very short period of time.
Right. Yeah.
Look at this.
I forget what it's called, but I know exactly where it is. It's right here. So you can zoom in. It's that right
That's it. Look at that thing. Bro, are you fucking kidding me?
The reshot structure.
That's it.
is what it's
The
called.
reshot structure. I mean, are you fucking kidding me?
I think if you go through
Now imagine if that was this massive city of concentric circles and walls and a thriving population, and then it gets hit with this water. You can see the water erosion all over the place. The whole thing looks like it's washed out. See?
Yeah.
It looks like it was washed out because it was.
Right.
And that's salt, I believe.
But that's
Yes,
what
there's
makes
salt there. That's the other thing.
between this and the Garden of Eden locations. Like these are two of the great landmarks in human history.
Where's the Garden of Eden?
Well, when you read the stories, right, the thing that strikes you is that it's so specific. Like it says things in talking about the Garden of Eden that, wait a minute, if I can't find what you're talking about, this isn't even real. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like where the Garden of Eden was, there's, I think, 4 rivers that come from it. And then it names 2 of them. Like, I'm gonna be specific.
Where are they?
Because at least he's going to bring it up. But it's like the Nile and the Euphrates, right?
Right.
So you know 2 of them. And it's saying, you know, where the 4 meet, this is where it is. And, yeah, my whole life I was like, this is really weird, because at one period of time we're thinking no flood happens. There's so many things that have lined up from these great religious books
Yeah.
where we can see that, no, something happened here. Like,
Something happened, and these are stories of people telling stories that have been told to them for about 1,000 years.
but
before
this
anybody
is
wrote it
why,
down.
right?
Yeah,
This is
because
why
something
they were
happened.
told, and that's what
Yeah.
that's the difference between those of us that want to know the world's mysteries and conspiracy theorists. Like, there's
Right.
nothing to a conspiracy theorist, because you're not producing what you're using. But these world mysteries, like, that's harder to do. A lie is not something that people are going to repeat for generations on generations. It's being repeated like that because people have reason to believe it to be true. And as you go through history, you see that those are the stories that we still talk about, but they're still valid. Like there were writings that the African Dogon tribe is like,
Right.
like they're
From like the Sirius star system.
like they're saying very specific
Yeah.
things, and for hundreds of years we're going, you guys are idiots. You don't know what you're talking about, right?
Right.
Like somebody will have a fake star story,
Right.
you see?
Right.
And now we get to the point where we can actually see what they were talking about.
What if we
and
find out that we're aliens? That we were just dropped off here a long ass time. The Adam and Eve story is the story of the place where they created us.
I'm sure we're the only people in the universe that think like that.
You think so? Why do you think that?
No portion of humankind's story differs from that.
It's all creation story.
Like, if you go, that's why NASA and Space Force are not more forthcoming, because the further you get in space, the more obvious shit is. Like, once you're up there and you're looking down, this shit doesn't look like there is no God. It looks like you're in the middle of somebody's workshop, and they just showed you every single way that every star can be made, every single way a planet can be made, every way that a black hole can be, a galaxy, a universe, and then showed you the best of the best.
Okay, so you heard it here first. Fucking Cat Williams confirmed that there was an Atlantis, right? Shit's wild. I never really gave Atlantis a thought until I saw them fucking spaceships going into the water, right? And I thought it was just crazy talk, right? It's some wild shit. And now with those pictures, like, holy wow, that was pretty fucking wild, man. That was insane. There's a lot of crazy shit. You know, earlier they were talking about the other video, they were talking about fucking Epstein, right? And like how, you know, I feel like with Epstein, right? Like some people have dark, freaky things that they sought after, right? Or, you know, they're just freaks, right? And they're into dark things. And the shit that they're into is not legal, right? Dark. So because of that, they still want what they want, right? And so they make it a mission in their life to become powerful enough to make it happen, right? And it's just like, some of those people are fucking driven. It's like, man, if they can just use that attention, that drive into something good, like, fuck, dude. And, you know, lucky for me, I don't have those dark, fucking, freaky thoughts. Because otherwise, I mean, who fucking knows, right? Like, what if I was driven to fucking become some powerful dude, only to turn that into some freaky shit? And then you were talking about how they go into these powerful meetings and everybody's turning their phones. Like, what is going on with that? I don't know, man. I find that hard to believe. You tell me someone wouldn't sneak a camera somewhere, like stick a GoPro or some shit, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Wild shit. There's a lot of crazy shit out there. I don't like to be the conspiracy theorist, but then you got fucking like the 9/11 thing. I don't know, man. That shit's fucking wild. Moon landing, some of that shit's wild. You know, I don't like to be that guy. And this is not the channel for that, but, you know, Cat Williams on Joe Rogan, when the powers combine, you get fucking whatever the fuck, Captain Planet, right? No, I'm just talking shit, right? Yeah, if you enjoyed this channel, you enjoyed this, if you made it this far, right? If you didn't drop off after the first video and you made it this far, fucking what are you doing? Go ahead and hit me up with some likes. Go ahead and subscribe. It's the first of the month and I'm running a special. Fucking, I'm not charging anything for you to like and subscribe. And even better yet, you can go ahead and hit the notification bell and comment and you still won't fucking be charged anything. It's one of those, but wait, there's more, right? So go ahead and do that. Let me hear some fucking conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories that you believe, right? Let's fucking have a conversation. Even if I agree with you or not, I want to hear it, right? Anyways, that's all I got. You guys take care. Peace out.